What if this coin in your pocket is worth thousands? Some verified collector sales of the 2020 Marsh-Billings-Rockefeller National Historical Park quarter, especially the rare 2020 WUV-75 Privy Mark issue, have reached an astonishing $40,000 in MS-68 condition. That's the kind of number that makes an ordinary quarter feel less like spare change and more like a hidden American treasure. At first glance, this coin feels simple. Just another modern U.S. quarter from the America the Beautiful series, honoring the historic Vermont park that tells the story of conservation and land stewardship in America. The reverse shows a young sapling beside a towering mature tree, symbolizing generations of careful preservation. It looks peaceful, educational, and easy to overlook. But this is where the real suspense begins. Because hidden inside this 2020 issue is one of the most exciting modern collector stories in U.S. coin history. Most people who found these in pocket change spent them without a second thought. A quarter is a quarter, right? Not this one. In 2020, the United States Mint quietly released a special West Point W mint mark version into circulation, mixed randomly into Philadelphia and Denver rolls. Only 2 million examples of the Marsh-Billings-Rockefeller W quarter were released, and every single one carries the famous V75 Privy Mark, a one-year-only symbol honoring the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. That tiny mark changed everything. Now imagine the transformation story. A person opens a fresh bankroll of quarters. Most coins look normal. Philadelphia, Denver, standard circulation shine. Then suddenly, one coin flashes a tiny W mint mark. Your heart stops. Then you notice the V75 Privy Mark near Washington's portrait. That's the moment an ordinary 25-cent pocket coin transforms into a collector treasure worth $20, $50, $250, or in elite top grade, even $40,000. This is what makes the story so powerful for collectors. It's not just about age. It's about rarity, low release numbers, top-grade preservation, and the emotional thrill of discovery and circulation. Unlike classic silver coins that require old collections, this one could actually appear in loose change, bankrolls, or forgotten jars. That real possibility creates intense suspense because the next coin someone checks might be the one. And the shocking value moments don't stop there. Even standard P&D mint uncirculated examples with sharp luster and flawless surfaces can bring premium prices above face value, especially in MS65 to MSD67, where collector demand becomes much stronger. Some clean examples trade from $8 to $80 plus, while top registry quality coins move even higher depending on strike sharpness and eye appeal. But the W coin is the true cinematic twist, because this is the kind of modern rarity people accidentally ignore. A normal viewer sees trees. A collector sees low mintage, West Point rarity, V75 privy significance, and elite mint state potential. That difference in perspective is where the emotion lives. The coin itself represents America's conservation legacy, tied to George Perkins Marsh, Frederick Billings, and the Rockefeller family's land stewardship history. So beyond the money, it already carries historical significance. Now combine that historical weight with a surprise West Point issue, a one-year wartime anniversary Privy Mark, and the chance of finding one in circulation. That's how a simple quarter becomes unforgettable. And here's where the curiosity deepens even more. Collectors also search for examples with off-center strikes, die chips, die cracks, broad strikes, missing edge reads, and high-grade proof-like surfaces. A W quarter with one of these visible mint errors becomes a double rarity, often creating even stronger demand among modern error collectors. So the next time you see a 2020 Marsh-Billings-Rockefeller quarter, don't just look at the tree design. Check the mint mark. Look carefully for the W. Then search for the tiny V75 Privy Mark. Inspect the rims, strike alignment, reads, and surface quality. Because the difference between face value and a collector-grade discovery can be one tiny detail most people miss. That's what makes this coin so addictive. It begins as a quiet quarter about land stewardship and ends as a modern numismatic shock story with verified sales reaching $40,000. A real coin, a real discovery, a real collector chase. and maybe one of the most exciting modern quarters ever released into circulation. So before your next quarter disappears into a vending machine, check that 2020 Vermont design carefully, because one tiny W mint mark could turn an ordinary coin into the most shocking find in your collection.